In mid-2017, a few months after I had moved to Delhi to work for a national newspaper, I began to browse job websites. Every other day, an Indian news report underlines the gap between jobs and job seekers. In 2016, in one municipality, 19,000 people applied for 114 jobs. Among those competing to be a street sweeper were thousands of college graduates, some with engineering and MBA degrees. In the same year, more than 1.5 million people applied for 1,500 jobs with a state-owned bank, and more than 9 million took entrance exams for fewer than 100,000 jobs on the railways. Faced with this lack of opportunity, many turned to rioting. Within months of returning to full-time reporting, I had covered 2 large urban youth revolts, in which entire cities had been shut down as people demanded quotas in education and jobs. Today, young people from agricultural castes want to work in offices and not farms. I wondered what other options were open to them. Then, while scanning jobs websites one day, I saw the ads. A mix of keywords that seemed designed for the ambitious young job seeker: international BPO, 0 years experience, 40% English required, 1-day training, fast career growth, a life is what you make. In 2017, a call center job at a BPO, a business process outsourcing company, doesn't have the appeal it did a decade or so ago. The industry has lost value over the years because of poor oversight, and competing markets including the Philippines and US prisons. But it's still a job. At the bottom of such job adverts is the name and number of an hour, a middleman between a job seeker and a placement agency. One day, a colleague and I called one of them. The middleman wasn't interested in knowing anything about us. He simply told us to expect a text message after the call, and to follow the instructions. The text invited us to an interview at a recruitment office in West Delhi, where we were supposed to hand over the code at the bottom of the message. The next morning, we went to the address, which was in a business center in an unfashionable part of the city. Our interviewer, a woman wearing a sequined green kurta, dark brown lipstick and brightly painted nails, told us to introduce ourselves, and we obliged in our best 40% English. I was a high school graduate from Uttar Pradesh for the day, and my colleague was posing as an equally qualified cousin. The interviewer asked us how much success mattered to us. We said our lives depended on it. She said we weren't ideal candidates. She was not satisfied with either our English or our confidence, but she was going to offer us jobs anyway. Using the back of one of our fake resumes, she wrote down a jumble of words that followed up on the promise of the ad: international exposure, night shift, 20,000 rupees, £232, salary, 30% increment every 3 months. She even gave us a slip of paper confirming our employment. We are pleased to inform you that you are hereby selected for CCE, Customer Care Executive, in the BPO department of our organization. The slip did not state the name of the organization. Unlike most job seekers who come to these agencies, we pushed our interviewer for details of the company we had been hired by.